The last thing I want us to look at this evening is what I call the sacrifice of temporary pleasure. These are pokes of the devil from time to time to distort you from the path of spiritual progress. They come either from windows of distraction that you open momentarily, or from interactions you have with people that have the wrong spirit. Once and again, they pop up. If you don't gain mastery on how to tame temporary pleasure, you will destroy many years of labor in minutes, and then you find yourself dwelling on one mountain for a long time. Does God forgive? Yes, but sin affects the soul structure. There is a momentum you build in the spirit. If you allow yourself to fall to temporary pleasure, your soul will descend. Even if God forgives you, you will follow the route again, and you will build before you come there. That's why spirits most times they wait for you at your kairos moment, because at the kairos moment they know you are light, you are about to take a flight to another phase, so they bring other alternatives. Many people don't know why it's in December that they fall. They understand forgiveness, but they are not intelligent in priesthood, because they don't know there is something. They have not studied their spiritual cycle. They don't know that every time, why is this thing always strong in December? They don't pay attention to their spiritual cycle. This demon come and then they punctuate your work with pleasure, and then you do something for one day, and then it shuts down 24 months of prayer and intercession. Priesthood teaches us that our greatest moments of decision and relevance are not in the chronos moments, they are in the kairos. That time when the attack of the devil becomes so strong, that's when God is doing something, because they have seen the star in the spirit. When Jesus was born, the wise men saw his star and they began coming. That moment, that's when the devil wants to abort what you were building on your altar for long, but you don't allow it. It is called the intelligence of priesthood. You don't know why men grow progressively. The reason men grow progressively is not just because they are consistent, it's because they refuse to yield to temporary pleasures. Because those things are junctions in your path of progress that intends to frustrate your growth protocol. When you fall, God forgives you, but your soul will start again to build. You come, you fall, you go back, you build, and you don't know why this thing is not working. And then you come to tell people, man, to move in power it will take 5 years. It is not time bound. It is yieldedness bound. It is when your obedience is complete that you avenge disobedience. For one man it will take 6 months, for another man it may take 20 years. The doctrine is not time based, the doctrine is reality based. Those quick moments that the devil brings, he knows you are strong. He will not attack your fellowship life. He knows you will always be in fellowship. He will not attack your character. He knows by your morality is very strong. But there are those moments when he sneaks in by night and he suggests things. And then you go online, you engage on the chat, and you frustrate what the Holy Ghost is doing in your soul in the past 6 months. When you do these things, you are not yet wise. It is the intelligence of priesthood. It is on this wise that we have decided to build altars as against tents. Abraham, the Bible said, he built altars, but he pitched tents, because his destiny and everything he can become, the totality of his possibilities, are predicated on the altars that he built. This is why our prayers is longer than time. Our prayer become an intimacy-based reality. Even when we don't have a word on our lips, we stay in the presence, because there is a teaching syllabus that is ongoing. When it doesn't look appealing, we still go to pray, because prayer for us has gone beyond an economy of receiving from God. It has become a walk of life, and only people that have grown into priesthood have this understanding. You don't come to that point, you may not amount to much in God. You will practice all the principles of faith. I heard Bishop Oyedepo said something. When he wanted to get married, the devil came to him and said, you must fall. The guy is so rugged in his faith that they had to break through the veil of the supernatural and say to him, you must fall. And he looked at it. He said, God, strike me with leprosy if I touch this woman. You don't know why they are mighty. When you learn the principle, learn the life. Kadosh, Kadosh, Elohim, Adonai, Elohim, Kadosh, Kadosh. The first thing we are going to do is to build altars. You will not be mighty in this kingdom until you are a man of altars. Go and check the life of the patriarchs. They were men of altars. The Bible said from the days of Enosh, the men began to call upon the name of the Lord. He said Enoch walked with God and was not, because God took him. He said, and Abraham builded an altar to the God that appeared to him. He said Noah erected an altar. They were not patriarchs because they came first. They were patriarchs because they pioneered causes. They were patriarchs because they pioneered dispensations. They were patriarchs because they pioneered spiritual operations. It was in the life of Noah that the righteousness that was imputed was born. He said on the strength of his reference, he received the righteousness that is of an heir. He became the heir of righteousness. So he pioneered a new work. He pioneered a new order in the spirit. He's not called a patriarch because he came early. He's a patriarch because he pioneered the path that you and I follow. He said Abel provided a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. It was Abel that revealed that sacrifice is the way of interacting with spirits. To receive the approval of the spirit, your life must be run on sacrifice. He pioneered an order. When the mortals looked at them, they wonder, how do mortal men come to this kind of wisdom? Sacrifice was only an economy that was operational in the realm of the immortals. Only God understood what sacrifice meant. Who taught them? They didn't read any doctrine. How did they know these things? So they became well pleasing to God. The life of Abel mirrored the dimension that by sacrifice a man can become well pleasing to the Lord. Abraham pioneered the new order. It's called the order of obedience. Faith that comes by obedience to God. He said, leave your nation, leave your kindred, leave your family to the land that I will show you. How do men understand? Who taught you that men live and work for spirits? He didn't know where God was leading him. He said he carried his nation, his children, from tent to tent, and he was looking for a city with foundation, whose builder and maker was God. Who told you that men should obey spirits? How did you know it? He's not the father of faith because he came early. He's the father of faith because he pioneered that order.